Hi everyone. I figured a room collection update was long overdue. I feel like the last time I did one, it was about an hour, and I'm gonna try to make it not that long. I'm mostly gonna be showing stuff, anything that I feel is new. I will point out that's a Boglin original painting by D.K. Manyard. This definitely I didn't have last time. It's a Howard the Duck Laserdisc signed by Leah Thompson, Ed Gale, the two leads in the movie. That's like I believe that's a 101. I don't think anybody else has that in the world but me. Most of this is probably the same. These are really cool. If you grew up in the 80s like me, you know what these are, clip-ons. I don't know if that, whatever you want to call them, pencil huggers, whatever. The My Pet Monster one is especially cool. I know a lot of people wanted me to do this, so again, this stuff is mostly the same from what I can remember, so I'm not really gonna. I'll show it because it's part of the collection, but I don't really feel I need to explain anything here. Those are the Tim Clark original Boglins squished in there with a bunch of other stuff. Random toys in here, including the Madballs Poppers and World of Springfield. The Garbage Pail Kid Wrestlers, which I'm pretty sure I didn't have last time. Here's my wall of stickers. Any questions, I'll try my best to answer. This is not all my Mr. Minis, but a good portion of them, and I kind of like how squished they are. I don't know, something about that look makes me think it's cool. Predominantly Street Fighter shelf of some Mortal Kombat stuff. This is definitely new, and I know I did a whole video about it, but this is my Howard the Duck shelf. Howard the Duck's my favorite movie, so I have a whole shelf dedicated to it. These two guys are customs. I used to be really big into the Star Wars 3 1/4 scale figures, and I still have them in my shed. This is what's left of the display. It's mostly the vintage stuff with a few guys, new ones sprinkled in there. Alright, so this is some custom stuff here. Bootleg Blanca Troll. I don't remember what that's called, but my girlfriend got it for me for Christmas. It's really cool. These are made by That's Vile. I'm pretty sure I've had all these guys. Let's go. The bootleg Mezco King Kong. These are those new Madballs. Sorry if I'm moving fast. I just don't feel like making another. I feel like if I go over everything, this video is going to be about an hour or so. Here's another one of my theme shelves. It's Jabba the Hutt, my favorite Star Wars character. And I love Star Wars in general, but I pretty much try to really get just about every Jabba there is. I know I don't have everything, but there is more Jabbas elsewhere. Here's just a random shelf. Here's my NECA Ninja Turtle shelf, which I'm sure has grown a lot since my last video. I don't even know what I had last time I did this, but yeah, I got kind of out of control, and I'm pretty much done with it, honestly. Toy Biz Lord of the Rings, nothing really new here. I've had all these forever. There's a Sucker Man in the back, which is kind of cool. There's some random things here. Stretch Armstrong still in the box. Cap Toys. There's the new Vac-Man and reissued Stretch Armstrong. And here's a little hodgepodge of stuff. That is a signed Ultimate Warrior comic book that's of note. Here's some more NECA stuff. These guys were made by an artist called his name's Eddie in the City. I like to promote local artists when I can. One Eyed Girl made that Chet, which I'm pretty sure I've said that before, but And here's like a little horror shelf. I collect a lot of random dudes. This silicone guy. And Marvel Legends, some He-Man, the Ron English fast food people. And I'm pretty sure this wall is almost identical, just the old Movie Maniacs. Some are going behind the TV, so you really can't see them that well. These are cool. Don't really think. I don't know. I rearranged stuff, so I don't really remember exactly what this looked like last year, but I'm pretty sure it was the same. Snailians, germs. We're gonna go down. A lot of cool stuff down here. There's a little Mac and Me corner. I love Mac and Me. This is pretty much a complete Battle Beast collection. Not counting the Laser Beast or foreign releases. Here's the Trash Bag Bunch, original Muckoid, and the new one by Last Resort Toys. There's the Shrunken Head Boglin, which I've had for many years now, made by Tim Clark himself. And the Mad Monster, which is something I recently got. Very much delayed. Took about 2 years to get here, but he's awesome. Here's some Blobfish, big uglies. I'm moving here very bristfully. Here's some My Pet Monsters, the 2 OGs, the 2000-ish one, and that is a Los Temblor or something like that. I think they called that, it was Spain or Mexico, I'm not even sure. Here's like a bendy kind of / jiggler shelf. If you don't know what a jiggler is, it's basically like a rubber toy that was very predominant in the 60s, 70s, and 80s. Here's my Game of Thrones shelf by 3-0, and the other company is not coming to mind right now, but they make Tywin, Grey Worm, Davos. That empty spot there is for Jorah Mormont, which is supposed to come tomorrow, so Jorah is just missing out on the video, unfortunately. Chuck E. Cheese Bank, Harry and the Hendersons, custom figure. There's a lot of like music guys here, McFarlane and other companies. There's Lemmy. Oh, and here we go up here. The randomness continues. Here's one of the pride and joys of my collection, my loose Hasbro collection. Not counting the mail-aways, I have every single figure other than the Black Tights Shawn Michaels and the Series 8 Undertaker with the cloak. Here are the Hasbro-esque figures, which aren't Hasbro, but they're mimicking them, like Zombie Sailor Toys and the Mattel Retros. The zombie figures are awesome, in case you're wondering. And here's some Kid Robot, which is South Park, Simpsons, and Futurama. Pretty sure I didn't have any of these AEW figures, or very little, but here's a ring of a lot of wrestlers, AEW. Here are my retro guys, some more retros, some jacks. Now you notice one thing that is definitely different is this is where my Funko Pops were. And for the most part, I've moved my Funko Pops to another room and put a lot of wrestling figures here instead, with the exception of the ad icons and Game of Thrones. And as you can see, there's some carded Hasbros up there as well. And more Game of Thrones. And some horror collection. And there's Mattel Elites. There, keep going. Got some bendies in there, whatever I can fit. Jack's Classics. And some more Funko Pops. But as you can, this whole wall was Funko Pops for those who don't remember. And now they're pretty much wrestlers. I think it was bothering me how much room Funko Pops were taking in my collection. And so I decided to move them to the DVD room, so now they're kind of just in there. This is... Got some more plushes down here that I just like. Cherry, there's our original Chewbacca, Bart Simpson, Couch Potato still in the box. A My Pet Monster Pet, a Giant Sloth, the Hungry Caterpillar, etc., etc., etc. And here's what a lot of people know me for is Boglins. I have a very extensive, large Boglin collection. Some guy was getting into an argument with me saying that I don't have the biggest in the world, blah, blah, blah. Maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. But what pissed me off is he said something like, oh, anyone can get your collection. Like, there's a lot of things in here that are, like, impossible to track down. Like, this guy. Find this guy. And most people who collect Boglins can look at this and know exactly what I'm talking about. Most of these are very hard to come by. Some of them are not. Like Mr. Wart right here and his buddy, the bootleg Boglin, the Maku from Argentina. Those two alone. I never see pop up on eBay. And when Wart does pop on eBay, he's easily $1,000. So, again, I might not have the biggest, but it's definitely top 5, I would say. That's fair to say, right? Here we go. I'm a Spurs fan, so here's some Spurs figures. Not as into basketball as I used to be, but I still love the old teams. Some mock baby action spinning Boglins. Very cool. This is awesome. It's a Gremlins water hatcher still in the package. And we got more reaction stuff. Manu Ginobili. Those are Cello toys. And here we go. Now, the one thing I had in my old collection room, like when I lived at home, is that you couldn't have any floor space, and I feel like I'm very much in danger of getting no floor space again. So here's another floor display. Some of this stuff, if I went over every little thing, it's going to take forever, like I said, but there's a cool baby man snail. The artist, once again, is escaping me. Sour Boy, which is a one of a kind. And you want more Jabbas? Here you go. The Sideshow Jabba from many years ago, along with from Hot Toys and Sideshow Star Wars figures. There's Groot there in the background. This is my 1/6 scale collection. That is probably my favorite type of action figure, if you want to call it that, is 1/6 scale. Planet of the Apes. Star Trek in there. Bill and Ted. Got some Terminator, Brian Mills from Taken, etc., etc. We're moving on up. This is my like Sylvester Stallone area. Rambo, Rocky, some Judge Dredd, Expendables. Here's the art figures Riddick, which I think is really good. And we got some Lord of the Rings, which is Asimos Toys, Sideshow, and here's the custom alerts. We got some horror section, 1/6 scale. That's a custom Torok. Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Hannibal, blah, blah, blah. This is like Gremlins and Predators up here. Hot Toys Predators, NECA Gremlins. They're hanging out. I think I skipped this little section right here. It's it's a Demolition Man, vintage Demolition Man, Mr. Pink. Steve Buscemi's one of my favorite actors of all time, so I figured I needed Mr. Pink. And yeah. Here are some Walking Dead dudes by McFarlane Toys. I have my Dale figure signed by Jeffrey DeMunn. Not that Dale. That Dale. And I'm glad I did, because as far as I know, I'm glad I did this, because this was at Walker Stalker Con a few years ago, and I don't hear anything about Jeffrey DeMunn anymore. About him doing literally anything, so I don't think there's much more opportunities for him to get something signed by him. Here's Galwin, the Wall Troll, and Belial all hanging out. And this is the Good Guys doll, which is usually available in Spencer Gifts and Spirit of Halloween. There's a really cool Trick or Treat Studios one later on, which I'm getting. Elusive Concepts Jabba, the Hutt. This is just a lot of stuff in here. Random aliens and just bootleg Garfields and Creatures of the Light and you name it. When you have a big collection, you eventually just start cramming stuff anywhere. That cool pumpkin dude is made by Love and a Sandwich on Instagram. Check her out. Hi, Elf. This Balrog used to be proudly displayed on one of my top shelves, but he kept falling and destroying things, so now he lives on the floor where he's safe from destroying himself and others. Here's some 1 of 1 scale horror, I should say. You can probably see everybody. And there's Gizmo and Stripe on top of a gremlin. Custom Toxic Avenger by Screwy Louie. Albert Einstein. Here's one of the newer Star Wars Hot Toys figures. I don't have a lot, but I had to get the Mandalorian with Grogu. Can you see Blackula? That's Blackula. Walking Dead. There's a custom Abraham and the Governor. There's Royce from Predators, which I think is actually very underrated. And kind of a Tarantino shelf here. More Gremlins. Got the boys, Ash, Beetlejuice, Dread. 2 baby man snails, vinyl figures. Here are the 3 Predators from Predators, which I think is very underrated. And we got some James Bond sideshow, along with Puppet Master, the Shout Factory Good Guy doll. Do a little zoom out here. And yeah, we're wrapping this up pretty fast, which I kind of just wanted to do like a quick little update. This is the wall of just stuff that's behind my door. Alright guys. Was this video too short? Was it just right? I know the last one was like way longer. You guys prefer a longer video? Alright, well, hope you guys liked it. See you later.